Are you thinking about relocating to the Tri-Cities, Washington, and wondering what it's like to live here? If you are getting ready for a job transfer that's going to be bringing you to the cities of Kennewick, Pasco, Richland, or West Richland, and looking for information on moving to our area, you are in the right place. Today, I'm going to take you out on a driving tour of one of the areas of South Kennewick. I'm going to take you out into an area that's technically inside the county, not inside the city limits. It does have great amenities. There are some amazing high-end subdivisions here with some beautiful brand new construction, custom home areas. This area is known for having homes that have larger lots, larger homes. In some of these neighborhoods, the ability to have horses. You are going to have a little bit more of a rural feel, but still being within a 10-minute drive to Costco and the mall and grocery stores and amenities. We're just down the street from some restaurants. One of the other wonderful things about this area is there is a fabulous elementary school right on the edge of the Cottonwood Springs neighborhood called Cottonwood Elementary. It's a very highly rated elementary school in the Kennewick School District, as well as being just down the street and around the corner from the newly constructed Desert Hills Middle School. So there's access to the schools very nearby that are good top-rated schools, as well as being near restaurants, shopping, a short drive to everything you need while still having the peace and quiet and feeling of a more rural area, availability of very high-end custom homes as well as resale properties. I want to take you out through this area. It's a fabulous place, and I want to make sure that you know this place exists. It's a little bit different than just being in a standard subdivision in a regular town, so I want to highlight this area for sure as an option as you're looking at relocating to the Tri-Cities, Washington. We are nearby a really great family fun center called Quake, which has a trampoline park, laser tag, arcades, a restaurant and bar. They're building a new indoor pickleball arena over here. So even though you are a little bit more rural and you have that more rural feel, you're actually near some great amenities for you and your family to enjoy. So join me today as I take you out on this tour of the South Kennewick neighborhoods of Cottonwood Springs, Summit View, Ridge at Reata, El Rancho Reata, and the areas in between. We are entering the Cottonwood Springs neighborhood. We are going right past Cottonwood Elementary. This is a top-rated school in the Kennewick School District. And this is a highly sought-after subdivision. As you can see, some very high-end custom homes are available. There are several builders that build in this neighborhood, and several of these homes are currently for sale. Also with lots available to purchase. This is the newest section of the Cottonwood Springs subdivision. All of the lots in here are 1 acre lots. The homes in here are built to take advantage of the large lots, also to enjoy amenities such as the nearby family fun center, walking distance to the school from this section of the neighborhood. Also, many of the people in this neighborhood have opted to put in outdoor kitchens, outdoor entertaining areas, in-ground swimming pools, large shops. It's definitely an area that is taking advantage of everything that you can have with a larger lot, and also taking advantage of our emphasis on outdoor living here in the Tri-Cities. Many custom features. As I said, all of these homes in this section are custom homes on a minimum of 1 acre lot. And you can see again, the school is right ahead of us. So this area is completely walkable to the elementary school. Now we'll turn and go back into the original section of Cottonwood Springs. Some of the homes in there do have an acre lot, but many of them are more around a 3/4 acre lot. So this is the Cottonwood Creek subdivision. Here in this section, the homes are established homes. There are no lots available to build a custom home in here. They've all been built out, so you can find yourself a nice resale property from time to time. You will see the advantages of being a resale home is that these neighborhoods have the established trees, mature landscaping, things that you're not going to find in a brand new construction situation. You are seeing the large lots, seeing some of the homes with shops, some of the homes with pools. That is very common for this neighborhood. It's a little bit of an overcast fall day, but you can see it's still a beautiful green neighborhood. You see ahead there's solar panels on that house. We are seeing more and more solar come into play in our area, but it's still not as common as in other parts of the country because we have such good hydroelectric energy here. You don't see as much of a cost benefit to the solar panel situation, but it is becoming more common. So you will see a lot of houses now starting to have solar panels, whereas in the past it was fairly rare in this area. Again, the school is just up ahead. You can see the school straight ahead there. This part of the neighborhood is just outside of Cottonwood Springs. This is actually what's known as a short plat neighborhood. So this neighborhood is not within any specific subdivision. There are still a few lots available in here. These are all custom homes. Many of the lots over in here, instead of 1 acre, are actually 2 acres. Although this street that we're driving on is mostly 1 to 1.5 acre lots, but there are even some 2 acre lots available in this section just outside of the Cottonwood Springs neighborhood. Most of the houses in here do feature a shop or the space that you could build a shop on. You will find most of these homes have kind of grand entrances, large circular driveways. We are passing right now one of the lots that is still available, so if you're looking for new construction, you want to build a custom home, this is actually an area where you can still get into a custom lot that's large, available for one of the many amazing custom builders that we have here in the Tri-Cities. They do have certain restrictions on what builder can build in here. However, it is open to quite a few different builders. You will see really, really nice homes in this area. You will notice driving around that toys are king here in the Tri-Cities. A lot of people here have big toys, and by that I mean boats, RVs, off-road vehicles such as quads and dirt bikes. It's really a thing here in the Tri-Cities to have lots of, as I like to call them, big boy or big girl toys. People really like to be outside, and they like to camp, and they like to do off-road activities. And so a lot of the houses here are large garages, and also sometimes 3-car garages plus big shops. It's very common in this area to just find a lot of storage for toys and large extra amenities. Now, this part of the neighborhood is the original section of Cottonwood Springs. You will notice that the trees are larger over here. Everything is much more established. This is the oldest section of the neighborhood, although not old by any means. Still with these large lots, lush green lawns, beautiful landscaping. You get over here, you get big trees, big beautiful houses. It's just a beautiful neighborhood. one of the great features you'll see of this neighborhood is coming up here on our left. As most of the neighborhoods in the Tri-Cities, you will find there is a lot of emphasis on, again, outdoor activities and having amenities for families, for people to take their dogs out for walks. We are pulling up here to the Cottonwood Springs Neighborhood Park. This is an HOA exclusive park. It's a private park for the people who live here in Cottonwood Springs. It additionally has beautiful walking paths. You see right here the private signs. It's got very nice play areas for kids. It's a beautiful park exclusive to the neighborhood, so that you get to have this beautiful space. There's a big picnic shelter that you can reserve and rent out for family gatherings, big walking trails that you can use to go on walks and get your exercise in, take the kiddos out, take out the stroller, go for a walk yourself. Whatever it might be, you can enjoy this beautiful green space and this beautiful park, and it's private and specific to the homeowners here in the Cottonwood Springs neighborhood. There you get a better view, and you can see all the walking paths that are running right there, and they zigzag through the area. Big, beautiful green space. The trees have lost their leaves, but man, in the summer when all the trees are on, you can kind of see some off to the side where the leaves haven't blown off yet, and you get a feel for what that looks like in the summertime with the big gorgeous trees. Wondering what it would cost to live in a neighborhood like this? Well, most of the houses in here start at this point in time, I think $625 is going to be your absolute lowest for the smallest houses in here. Most of them are going to be around the $650 price point and up. There are some homes, especially in that first section we drove through where it's all very custom, brand new. Those are all going to be right around $900 to $1 million plus. This part of the neighborhood, most of it falls in the anywhere from $650 to $850 range. There's going to be a few in here that have big shops and stuff that might be more than that, but most of them here are in that $650 to $850 range. And then as we come down the hill, you can kind of see across this way over in there. That area is actually more of what I was talking about, which is the short plat areas. That is not part of the Cottonwood Springs subdivision. Those are individual lots. There is often houses available over there. A lot of those houses are going to be 5 acres or more. You can see these beautiful hills around us. When the sun sets through this canyon, it is absolutely gorgeous. I personally live down in this neighborhood and love this area. We have beautiful sunsets. We have close access to all the amenities we need, but you are right here on the edge of this rural area. If you want to have a horse, if you've dreamed about having a mini farm, this is an area where you can do that. You can see there's some cows right here to my right. They are full of pumpkins from the nearby pumpkin patches. They're feeding out the leftovers from Halloween. You can see these lush trees. These are beautiful in the summer. Lovely views here. It's just a great area of the Tri-Cities. Now we are entering the Summit View neighborhood. Summit View is very similar to where we just were in terms of being large lots, beautiful custom homes. This area, again, is like the older section of Cottonwood where it's all built out. There's no lots available to build on in this section of the neighborhood. However, there are often houses that come up for sale in here that are resale homes. Absolutely stunningly beautiful properties. The lots up in here are generally anywhere from a ½ acre to an acre. A few of them are a little bit bigger. A few of them are a little bit closer to that ½ acre. Most of them are somewhere in between a ½ acre and an acre. You can see this neighborhood, again, is established enough to have beautiful trees, lush greenery. We are living in the desert, but because of irrigation, we are able to have this beautiful greenery. Now, the Summit View neighborhood, especially from this street that we're on and the street that we're going to turn on. We're up on Summit View Drive right now, and then we're going to go on to Fairview Loop. Has beautiful views overlooking the Badger Canyon area and the surrounding hills. Almost all the houses up here have 3-car garages. Many of them have shops or pools. Price point up here, very similar to the Cottonwood Springs neighborhood. Everything is going to start around that $650 price point and go up from there. From the $650 price point up into the $900 to $1 million max for the resale homes, and then the new construction homes are all going to start more around that $850 to $900 and go up from there. And there is some new construction in the middle section of this neighborhood that is still available. Most of the lots are sold out, but there's still 1 or 2 available if you're looking for custom new construction. But most of this in here is going to be resale. Large lots, shops, all the amenities that go along with that. This whole area, we are still technically not in town. We are out in the county. However, as you can see, it's a neighborhood. So if you are not someone who's looking for country living specifically, but you do want that larger lot, this is a great option for that. Luxury homes, large custom, beautiful floor plans, high-end finishes. You're in a neighborhood, but you have the option to get in on an acre or close to an acre. We are right on the edge, as you can see straight ahead, of fields, so it's still the edge of town, technically out in the county. Again, in this area, we are going to be on shared wells, irrigation systems. Up in here, there is Summit View Waterworks and Badger Mountain Irrigation District. Obviously, each lot you want to check and verify if you're buying what it's on, but most of the houses up here, that's who's servicing them. So you do have an irrigation district, you have a shared water company servicing water to your house, and then a septic instead of being on a city sewer. So I know for many of you, septic may not be something you're used to, but it is a normal, common thing here in the Tri-Cities. And now we are on Sagebrush Road. Sagebrush is one of the newer sections. These houses have recently been built, and we are heading out into what's known as the Ridge at Reata. This area is right on the edge of rural versus brand new construction. Look off in the distance, straight ahead, you will see all kinds of new construction. That area is actually annexed into the city of Richland. So the area straight ahead in the video that you can see right off of here is actually city of Richland, and it is within the city with full city services. The lots over there are much smaller. There are some custom homes, but it's a lot of tract homes. There are apartments. There are other amenities there, such as places to eat. There will be more eventually. This area on Coulee Vista is part of the Ridge at Reata. All custom homes, all minimum of 1 acre lot, and going up from there. And you can see stucco is king in these neighborhoods. A lot of stucco houses, a lot of block wall fences, wide paved areas, extra rock for parking, large garages, large shops, a lot of RV garages on houses up in here. And it's starting to rain on us, so I might have to cut our tour short today, but this has given you a good overview of what some of the more luxe area on these larger lots in Kennewick looks like. Because again, this area out in the county, we're in Benton County here, and it's all Kennewick addresses. Everything up here has a Kennewick address. Beautiful large lots, shops, pools, all the amenities you would expect from a high-end custom neighborhood. And straight ahead, you can see we're on the edge. There's vineyards ahead, orchards. Now we are on Reata Road, and Reata Road takes us back down through the neighborhoods we started in. Just passed that had the for sale sign was down in an area known as the Sunrise area, and that house I believe was listed for something like 2 or 3 million. It was a very expensive custom area. And then again to our right we still have active agriculture. I'm assuming eventually at some point it will be more houses, but for now it's active agriculture. Now you will see off to the left there is new construction signs. There's all kinds of new construction going on in this area. Brand new subdivisions immediately to our left. Established larger lots to our right. The subdivision to our left is going to be a more standard subdivision. We just passed one of the irrigation districts, the one that services most of the houses up here. Badger Mountain Irrigation District has their headquarters right on this road. They provide irrigation water so that all these lots are beautiful, lush, and green, because otherwise it would look like to our left, which is nothing but sagebrush and dry grass. And this area is what is known as Rancho Reata. A lot of these houses up here were built in the 70s or 80s. There's some that were built in the 90s, but this subdivision began in the 70s. There are horse trails through here that are part of the neighborhood. A lot of the lots in here are 2 to 5 acres, although there are some 1 acre lots up in here. although it's older, it's actually still a pretty desirable area. People love it because it is close to town, but still has that rural feel. So if you're somebody that's looking for that mini farm or horses or things like that, this area is known for that. And yet still being very close to all the amenities the Tri-Cities has to offer. And you've noticed a lot of for sale signs as we're driving around. There's a lot more inventory coming on the market right now. This area off to the right is more of a light industrial area. So a little bit of commercial. And they are working down here and expanding, and lots of construction just like everywhere in the Tri-Cities. That concludes our driving tour of South Kennewick areas in and around Badger Canyon, the neighborhoods of Cottonwood Springs, Summit View, Reata, and El Rancho Reata. As you get ready to relocate to the Tri-Cities, Washington, and you need more information about your upcoming move, be sure and check out my playlist on relocating to the Tri-Cities for more tips and information and relocation guides for your upcoming move. I'm Hillary Templin, real estate broker and relocation specialist here in the Tri-Cities, Washington, and I look forward to helping you and your family with your upcoming move to our community.